A very good Friday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you in the driver's seat, bringing you your latest weather or not forecast, courtesy of On Target. Folks, I hope you've been able to enjoy the dry weather because we have an extraordinarily active pattern that has gotten kicked off early this morning, and this is going to continue pretty much over the course of the next week or perhaps even a little bit longer. We can look at the radar this morning. We've got the first batch of showers, a few rumbles of thunder trying to work in here out of the south and west. Got a few light rain showers already reported down in Logan County and Simpson County. Those are going to be transversing off to the north and east, impacting the rest of the region here as we work throughout the course of this morning. Got the opportunity of some stronger storms this afternoon, folks, and then it's going to be a carbon copy forecast. It's going to take us all the way through Father's Day weekend. Let's get a look across the region. Morgantown Skycam already showing the thickening cloud cover. Had a few raindrops there on the lens not too long ago with a little shower that moved across over in that direction. Taking a look over the D93 Skycam in downtown Bowling Green. You can see we got the cloud cover thickening up over in that direction as well. It is warm and it is soupy to kick off this final day of the work week. Take a look at the readings that are already present out there. Not so much in the temperature department, sitting right around the lower 70s. But folks, take a look at the dew points. We're already located up to the 70s as well. It's going to feel like a Joel Embiid practice sock or a microwave loaf of bread, if you will. And the great outdoors, not just today, folks, but pretty much throughout the entirety of the weekend that is also set to follow, okay? So if we can jump over here, we'll give you the breakdown of exactly what's going to be unfolding for us. And it all starts with what's going on 18 to 20,000 feet up above our head, all right? We've been talking about this throughout the entire week of what was going to be in store. And this pinwheeling upper level low is finally making its presence known. We're going to have these multiple rounds of all this moisture being jolted up here out of the deep south. Very warm, very soupy conditions as a result. That is going to serve as our foundation for triggering mechanisms with these little waves of energy moving around this large upper level low that's going to spawn off these numerous rounds of shower and storm chances, all right? So first and foremost, take a look at the dew points out there. We're already hanging out around the 70-degree mark, folks, and over the course of the next 2 days, they're really not going to go anywhere. It's going to feel like a rainforest outside. Mid and upper 60s all the way up to the low and mid 70s at times. This is going to take us all the way through the entirety of the weekend. Here we are even looking at 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. Dew point still at or exceeding that 70-degree mark. All right, now let's take a look at the short-term model guidance in terms of the simulated radar activity. This is going to give you a much better illustration and idea of what's going to be taking shape here over the next few days and what it is that we're talking about. So here we are working throughout this morning. Well, if I can get this to cooperate with me. Initial round moving through here. Short-term models picking up on it nicely. Here we are working into the afternoon, and we can have some robust storm development with this band of showers and storms working north and east across the region. We are not expecting any sort of widespread severe weather out of this whatsoever. We could have a few isolated damaging wind gusts come to fruition out of this. And folks, with the available moisture that is packed within our atmosphere, you can bet that we're going to experience some localized flooding as well. Avoid Fairview if you know, you know. All right, so here we are progressing into the afternoon, on into this evening. With the loss of daytime heating, folks, we're going to kind of see this pattern. We're going to calm down on the radar front. It's not going to be quite as active throughout the overnights as you can see here. Sure, we'll have a few robust cells that can still develop, but it's not going to be until we get into the daytime and then work into the peak heating of the afternoon of our Saturday as well that we get more prominent, robust cells that fire up here within this pattern. Continue all the way through Saturday evening. Here we are looking at Saturday night. We calm down yet again. Then the radar kicks back up as we work throughout our Father's Day with more storms generating right here along the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. That's going to promote more storm development across the entire region. Now, folks, after we get past this weekend, we mentioned this yesterday, we're going to be shifting to a pattern that is supportive of MCS events, mesoscale convective systems, okay? Here we are looking at Sunday night into Monday morning, and look at these complex of storms that's developing over the Midwest and the central and northern plains. You're going to see this repetitive pattern throughout a good portion of next week, and is rather typical as we approach and arrive here into the early part of summertime. We get these MCS events rolling in here out of the north and west throughout Monday afternoon and evening. Here we are looking at Tuesday, more rounds of these MCSs, storm complexes moving in. We get into our Wednesday, there's more that develop. We get into our Thursday, there's more. Then we get into Friday, and we finally get that cold front that passes through here, finally bringing a break in this very, very active pattern that we're going to be suffering through here, basically over the course of the next 6 to 7 days, all right? Now, whenever we're breaking it down, folks, here is what the setup is, okay? For today, tomorrow, and Sunday, we are in a generalized thunderstorm risk. We are not expecting severe weather, but with that being said, can't rule out an isolated storm or two becoming strong or marginally severe, with damaging winds our primary concern, along with localized flooding. There will be a definite possibility, okay? Total rainfall amounts over the course of the next week, we're looking at anywhere between 1 to 3 plus inches, depending upon where you're located. If you get hit by numerous rounds of these, you could see a little bit more, but generalized, we're looking at a 1 to 3 inch range here over the next 7 days. Now, with that being said, folks, focus continues to be not just on the weekend with these multiple rounds of showers and storms, but really on into next week, because we got the opportunity with this setup to see multiple days of severe weather impacting the area, with the potential for numerous rounds of those storm complexes moving through here. You can see here in the machine learning guidance, it's picking up here on Wednesday with a severe weather threat, on into Thursday, looking down here into day 7. Look all the way down here, folks, into day 8. This continues to stay alive on into Thursday and even Friday of next week, or at least through Friday morning, with the parameters overlaid between our analog guidance and our machine learning capabilities that is pointing towards severe weather signals right there in the Tuesday through Thursday time frame. That is what we will definitely be keeping very close eyes on. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast, and folks, it is the broken record carbon copy forecast. Multiple rounds of showers and storms plague the forecast over the course of these next 6 days. Highs during the afternoon between the low and mid 80s through the weekend will be between the mid and upper 80s beginning on Monday and taking us all the way through at least hump day of next week. Folks, that's going to wrap up your Friday morning weather or not forecast, brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Leave the rain gear out and easily accessible. You're going to need it here over the upcoming days. You all